Here we are, hitting up events, drinking our way through Chicago beer, and trying not to miss a thing.
Yeah, because, the cork popped out, boom, it flies like fucking 10 feet. We're like, yeah, let's do it.
All you have to do is add some fruit, stir it up, and ride that milk-shaped wave.
Whenever I see him, I gotta take a photo with the most decorated brewer in Chicago, Jonathan Cutler.
It'll be like the stuff you hear. You ever go to, every time you go to Floyd's, all the music sounds like this. Raw, raw, raw.
Sometimes you want a small beer, but really, you want a big beer.
You gotta take in all those big aromatic hops.
Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Waiting in line for a bottle release?
You should have never been a fad. The black IPA is delicious.
Hey, and welcome to Chicago Beer Pass. I'm Brad Chmielewski.
Brad, what's up, man? I'm Nik White.
Or really, I should say, Guten Tag.
You hit me with the Guten Tag. All right, yeah.
We got our German caps on.
Feels good. We got fancy cups. We got festive hats. And I think we're...
Festive ales.
Festive ales. We're closing out our man, we hit it hard. Just the hardest we've ever hit Oktoberfest.
I know. I think next week we're doing Goose, so we may not have
Shit, that's right.
An Oktoberfest, but we may be recapping Goose with an Oktoberfest. So,
Yeah.
and then I think the week after that is the showdown.
It is? Oh, for all the Oktoberfest?
For all of them.
For all the marbles.
Yeah.
I thought that's what we're doing now. That's why I saw them all. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
We're still adding.
No?
We're adding to the. We're adding to the lineup.
We're not done. This is the Oktoberfest curtain call
Yeah.
next week, huh?
Giving you the warning. There's at least 2 more episodes after this. But this week we've got 2 of them.
Yeah.
We've got Penrose Oktoberfest. Or no, it's their Marzen, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, it's their Oktoberfest.
Well, that's the name of it, yeah.
It is a Marzen. And then we have Riverlands. What is this? They're Scarecrow in Lederhosen.
Okay.
They went with a fancy name. Everyone else just calls it Oktoberfest or Fest beer.
Lots of blue, right? Every single can almost is blue.
Well, the German, that shirt is like that blue checkered
Okay.
shirt.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. The Penrose one's pouring pretty good, man.
Yeah, I was out there. We can talk about it in a few minutes here, but I really dug this one when I was there, and so I had to pick up a 4-pack for us. Or really, Tom Quarter gave me a 4-pack.
Cheers to Tom Quarter,
Yeah.
former guest on the show, Beer Pass alumni. He was one of the first of our COVID series of interviews.
Yeah, totally. And we haven't had any Penrose stuff in a while, and then we definitely haven't had any Riverlands.
I dare I say never have had anything from Riverlands.
I know.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you to try that one.
Yeah.
It was, my opinion of it when I was drinking there, it was decent, so I don't know how the cans are going to be.
That's true. The experience on draft and experience in cans might not translate.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. On any beer. Yeah.
Right. So we're adding 2 more to the lineup here.
This is borderline maniacal, Brad. That's what the fuck's going on here, bud.
I'm talking to Sergio to see if we can get someone who hasn't had them to come on with us and drink them.
That's a good call, A, because it's always nice to see Sergio. But then B, when you're doing the lightning round, you're not going to kill every can.
Right.
So you kind of need some help, some guests.
So I guess I need to order another wooden mug.
If I go down to scratch, I might bring back
Your
3
own wooden mug.
3 wooden
Or
mugs.
we'll just go. Do you still have your liter one from
From Argus?
Argus? Yeah,
Yeah, I should have it.
I got that. Yeah. But little pours in a liter mug is just gonna be ridiculous.
Yeah, they're heavy.
Anyway, I made a bunch of stops this last Friday. Last Friday.
Yeah, Brad was out, man. Brad was out and about.
It started with a stop at Art History.
Oh, right on. That was your first stop?
That was the first stop.
Okay.
And we talked about it a couple episodes ago. You went out there
Strip mall.
from Workforce all the way across town.
Ridiculous.
So
Ridiculous. I was in my car all day.
yeah. And I remember this strip mall because there used to be a Pepperidge Farm wholesaler in this strip mall in Geneva.
It'd probably get a nice little price point on the Pepperidge Farm.
Yeah, but that's gone now.
I'm all in on the Milano.
Oh, okay.
That's my jam.
That's a good one, yeah.
Man, I forgot about those.
So I recognized this parking lot
Yeah.
when we rolled up there, and then Art History is in the corner.
It is.
It's kind of awkward.
A little
where
bit. It's well, you know, the history of strip mall breweries might start with the old Hubbard's Cave at Unani, where somebody crashed into the front door. It's right
Yeah.
next to the world's largest Bollywood theater.
Right.
That's a strip mall. And there's got to be more one, but that's the first one that comes to mind.
In Illinois and Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure there's others.
strip mall breweries.
Yeah. Went there.
Black Lung is in a strip mall.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Went there and they didn't have their regular Oktoberfest on, but they still had the Smoketober. So I got that
Yeah.
in the mug.
You get the little half liter.
Yeah. So
Full liter or half liter?
half liter.
Okay.
This was a half liter.
You don't need a full liter of anything smoked ever, right? Yeah.
And it was okay.
Yeah, it's all right. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can't put it in the lineup because it was smoked and it just,
It's just fine.
wouldn't work. And it wasn't in cans.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I had I had a mixed 4-pack of Oktoberfest, and we were shooting them one day. And as much as I liked it there, when I had it in the can, it didn't crack the top three.
okay.
The Art History one, which is another thing, like
Yeah, you don't know.
can versus draft.
Yeah. Where that place is small is Great Central brewing their beer. Who's brewing all their beer that's you see everywhere? Are they brewing it there?
I mean, I guess they got a ton of tanks though. They got the vertical tanks,
But they're like the small ones.
right?
They're
But I
doing
mean-
it all out of there?
They gotta be. I mean, I guess I can't imagine them. This is their first year in business and they're contracting already. Not to say they can't. I just that was
No, they've been
surprised
2
me.
years.
This been 2 years.
Yeah.
You think they're brewing elsewhere?
I don't know. I just was surprised that the space wasn't larger. Like, I don't know. Maybe there's more in the back that can't see.
Yeah,
And just like the nice stuff's up front.
they're over there working, man. You know.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. But then I know of them, but I don't know if I see their stuff a whole lot. Though.
But they can things. It's on draft at places.
Yeah, when I did the golf thing with the guild, they had a ton of art history stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, in cans. Yeah, so I don't think their footprint is too big, but they're working.
It seemed. I thought it was bigger than maybe they actually are. I don't know. But
The old art history. You did you try anything else?
no.
Yeah, because they're a lager brewery.
Right.
Yeah.
Family I was with, they tried some other things, but it was basically like a one beer at a stop outing that we were kind of doing.
I meant to ask you to ask them because we talked about this a little bit when you were there about the other smoked beers because they have levels of smoke. They have different malts they use, and those malts have different degrees of smokiness.
Okay.
And I never knew what the other ones were, and I blanked on it. Actually, until right now, I fucking blanked on it.
Okay.
But, oh well.
Interesting. But then we went over to Penrose right after that, which is like 2 blocks away.
That's funny. Yeah, and I think they're moving closer. I think that's what I understand.
Art History is?
Right, like they're moving. They're leaving the strip mall.
Oh,
And
and the opening next door?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to Penrose. It was pretty busy in there for a Friday, like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
And we all grabbed a beer. I got a Oktoberfest. They would not give it to me in a Stein. I had to just get it in a regular, plain old glass.
Regular degular.
Yeah.
Well, that's not very friendly,
No.
Right.
And I asked,
to say the least.
and they said that was only for the special occasion, the event. Like, do you know
What's more
who I am? You're doing research for the people.
And then, what is Oktoberfest not a special thing? Like, come on. What are you doing here?
Yeah.
Go listen. Go get the fucking glass. Go get the fucking glass. Don't make me talk through my teeth.
Then we were hanging out there for a bit and saw Tom Corder come out, and he said hi. He gave me this 4-pack. He gave me some other stuff for us to try on the show.
Nice.
And then I mentioned, I told my family that they should try your wild beers because we had that wild
Delicious.
beer on the show a long time ago.
Yeah.
and we loved it.
It was great.
It's like top beer of the year, I think. For
Dude,
us.
I was all in on that fucking beer. I wish I had fucking 5 of them.
Right, and he was very appreciative of that.
Yeah.
He said, unfortunately, no one buys them, and we just sell seltzer all the time.
That's funny. 2 things. Craft beer is dying a slow death to seltzer. But then this is the same thing with the sisters, right? Like, you know, there's a small group of enthusiasts, but overall, the other styles dictate that you don't make these expensive ass wild beers.
Yeah.
So that's funny. Not funny. It's just different.
He gave me a couple of the seltzers. I think I have one left. They had a lemonade and a strawberry lemonade.
Yeah.
People were walking out with cases of the strawberry lemonade. Like, they're just coming in buying cases of it.
I mean, well, you know,
And we opened one up, and it was really good.
Yeah?
Like, it tasted just like strawberry.
You know,
like, exact. Like, not even like seltzery. It just tasted like strawberry lemonade.
Brad's a low-key seltzer enthusiast, maybe high-key at this point. Seltzer enthusiast, man. You know, Brad seeks out the seltzer. We were at FOBAB, and you were like, yo, you need to get in here.
This apple crisp from
need-
Lowe's is the best thing at FOBAB.
We're at FOBAB, and Brad's like, you really need to get in on this seltzer, bud. I'm like, all right, man.
So, yeah, I have one more can of the lemonade that we can try at some point. So, but he said they're just turning over a lot of seltzer.
Yeah.
And I think that's awesome. Like, if you're a brewery where you have like a hit like that, and it can help you do other beers, maybe the beer, if he wants to do the wild beers, it pays for it kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the modern state of craft breweries, right? Whether it's we make cocktails or we have guest drafts or, you know, we sell cider and fucking seltzers, right? I think when you go, you just got to be more, sensitive to people who don't drink beer,
Yeah.
right? At the end of the day, so.
And they had a huge lineup on their menu. Like, it was kind of overwhelming. I'm glad I'm like at the moment, like, I don't need to think about what you have.
Yeah.
I need your Oktoberfest.
Man, that's a good call. You know, I haven't been there since the launch. There's a launch, whenever that was, like fucking 2015.
Really?
I haven't been back out there. That's just fucking Geneva, you know?
You were literally like up 2 blocks away.
Yeah, I was there.
At Art History.
I was there this month. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, man. Cheers to Penrose. The only beer artwork I have in my home is a framed Penrose signed portrait. I love the artwork at Penrose.
Okay. But their Oktoberfest, it was great there. It's great now. It's I don't know. It's like just as good as it's everything you want from one. And
Yeah.
like it's right there. I don't know. It's what it's supposed to be.
It feels good, you know. We record these usually, you know, at the tail end of happy hour, and just first beer all day. It feels great.
And I told Tom that I was like, "Oh, your beer, like Nick and I have been drinking them, and when we have a bad one now, it's like, how do you like? Come on, like we could like pick this off." And he's like, "Yours is." I was just like, "Yours is really good."
Yeah.
So yeah, so did that, and then we made the call in Riverlands.
Elgin, Illinois. It might
Is
be
that
on there.
Elgin?
It might be on there somewhere.
No, St. Charles.
I'm thinking of Plank Road.
Plank Road, yeah. St. Charles.
Okay, St. Charles, Illinois. Hello.
Yeah. And I've had some of their beer. My uncle has picked it up before. I have never gone there. I've never bought the beer, but we do know the tap room manager.
Oh, Suburbia.
Yeah, and he was there.
Yeah.
When I was there, so got to say hi to him.
It was one of the first crews. You know, crews kind of come and go. You know, I think.
Because he was at Plank Road for a little bit.
Yeah, that's what made me think of Elgin.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's Poor Man, he was out in the burbs, Suburbia, you know, yeah, guys drinking beer, you know, but he was a cool guy, and he was doing his thing and keeping everybody in the loop about suburban stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at this point, it was getting a little later. I want to say it was probably, I don't know, after 5, and it was packed in there too. Like that's like more families. There's some people, kids, and
Yeah.
you could bring your own food in there. Same with Penrose.
So when you go out there, you got Geneva and you got St. Charles, and then a river runs through it. Something like that.
The river runs, but the towns
Separated?
aren't split by the river. The towns exist on both sides of the river.
On both sides of the river.
Yeah, the Fox River there.
Got it. Okay.
But the downtowns of both of them are like right on the river.
Okay.
So,
Right on.
But Riverlands wasn't that far from Penrose or Art History, so just a nice little stop over there. I don't even. I think my mom, she got like a sampler of stuff, and everyone was again drinking different things.
Right on. This is Scarecrows and Lederhosen. Oktoberfest lager, man.
And this one's pretty good. I feel like it's a little more sharper than the Penrose. Maybe not as malty. Yeah, a little crispier.
Yeah, and it's got a brighter color too. So maybe they're going for that whole pale German lager thing versus
Right.
the amber German lager thing.
I feel like that's what's going to be interesting when we do
That's solid.
finally run down these. If we're drinking them and we are leaning more malty that day, or are we leaning more bright crispiness?
Yeah, that's true. That was fun. I think because the one that we had that was on the pale side that stood out is the Soleman Oath Oktoberfest.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was really fun. Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, and then the fest beer from Pipeworks.
Yeah, that's true.
Really nice. This is just right up there with those.
Right.
Yeah.
So this one's solid too. Yeah, that was just good. I was like,
That's what you want. You just
Yeah.
want a good beer flavored beer, man. That's all you want. We're simple guys, bro.
but they had a nice lineup of beers too. I wish I was doing more, or I should have maybe done a flight and just added the Oktoberfest, but I needed the picture,
Yeah.
the mug.
And then you probably needed to, we don't want a repeat of Goose Island Block Party,
Right.
where there were no rules.
And I was driving, so I was
See,
very,
even
I was like,
more
no.
important. You had higher priorities.
Yeah.
Good.
Right. And then, but at that point,
That was fun,
I was
though.
with my family, and everyone's feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
And so then someone makes a call, one more stop,
Oh man.
and we decided.
So this is just a Chmielewski tradition. Like let's just hit them all.
Let's do it. So the debate was at that point 93 octane or Pollyanna.
And this is all in play.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was like, well, this is our final stop. I don't know anything about 93 octane.
Right.
I don't want to get there and it suck.
Right.
And then be like, I guess we're done.
Yeah.
So, and I knew Pollyanna. They're GABF winning beers.
And the only cruise, that's why I love the awards. The only cruise to win FOBAB that lasts 4 years are Rev, Off Color, Pollyanna are 3 of them.
Okay.
Yeah, Pollyanna surprisingly just every year.
And so, I made the call for Pollyanna. And so I had the Oktoberfest there, which I have cans in the fridge. Maybe we'll do a video with that one after this. And they also do their own spirits there. My uncle got their Malort. He got a spirit flight.
You forget there's a handful of breweries that are also distilleries. Pollyanna, Dos Bros, 18th Street, Three Floyds. And I feel like we're missing one. Oh, Maplewood.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
he had their Malort. He had a couple other things. Like, I think they doing a vodka.
yeah.
So
that actually makes it an interesting stop. You forget about Pollyanna.
yeah, and it's right. It's on the where Riverlands was on one side of the river. Pollyanna's on the other side.
Yeah.
Then like a punk band played.
Oh, at Pollyanna?
Yeah, they have like a stage. So
Nice.
we had like 2 songs, and then it was like not really punk. It was like a Nirvana,
New wave? Oh, 90s?
Oasis.
Alt?
Yeah.
Okay. Nothing beats live music, Brad. Nothing beats it.
Yeah, it was fun. We stayed for a couple songs, but we were there to like kind of just talk and stuff. And so then you're like, all right, we're done. Four brewery stops.
It's funny, man. Like, the burbs are so heavy with breweries that, gone are the days where if you lived in Downers Grove, you had to come into the city to do cool shit.
Yeah.
You could just kind of stay west and just go north and south and be in the burbs the whole time and really just experience a bunch of cool shit, a bunch of good, cool shit then that's not touching the city at all.
And so we did 4. We could have done 5 with the 93 octane, and then you had Plank Road, but that's not a brewery, but you got that up there, and then you're getting close to more.
Might as well go to Energy City at that point.
Right, you got Energy City also in, that's in Batavia, right?
Yeah. I always get turned around. I have no idea what my proximity. That's why I thought I was in workforce and I can go to art history, because if there's no lake to guide me, I have no idea of where things, how far apart things
it's
are.
so far from those two.
It is. It's ridiculous. It's like fucking 45 minutes.
You went past like Soleman Oath and Two Brothers
Well,
and
I'm like, nope.
Noon Whistle.
Geneva. Next stop, Geneva.
But that was a fun outing, especially because I haven't been to Penrose in a long time, and I hadn't been to those 3 spots. I've been to the Pollyanna in Lamont, I think.
Yeah, that's the one I went to, Lamont. And they had a party to end all parties, man. I happened to be at Two Brothers they do a river summer party. I forget what it's called. Two Brothers Fest. And I'm like, well, I'll just go pop in and have one at Pollyanna.
Okay.
And it was in their little parking lot they share with their neighbors. And there had to be, I'm not even joking, there had to be like 2,000 people at this joint.
Damn.
It was just, it was ridiculous.
Okay.
It was really cool.
But yeah, that was my outing.
Right on. Good stuff.
How about you?
I didn't go as extreme as Brad did. I went to one thing. It was Oktoberfest anniversary. It was at Beguile. Cheers to Beguile. They turned 10 years old. And they party every year with their neighbors, Dovetail.
Right.
Yeah. So I was just over there for Friday night flights. So
Right, yeah.
yeah. And then
Does Beguile make Oktoberfest, or does Dovetail make the Oktober? Like who?
They both.
They both have one.
And I think both their Oktoberfest kicked.
Oh shit.
So I didn't
okay.
try the Oktoberfest.
We haven't even had him
Yeah.
in the lineup here.
Yeah, I leaned heavy Beguile for some reason. Well, because I'm always over there and I'm always leaning heavy Dovetail.
Okay.
And then because, for some reason I always enter on the Dovetail side. So I drink Dovetail first a lot. But I spent a lot more time at Beguile because, they had all their beers plastered on the wall and they had different tappings. This is a 2-day festival.
Right.
Saturday, Sunday. Oh, but then it was their 10th anniversary and they were pouring their Batch 1000.
Oh shit. I think we have a bottle of Batch 600. We
Really?
have like 600 and maybe a 500 or a 700.
Yeah. So they were killing it, man. I took a few pictures, man. Batch 1000 was really good. Barrel aged barley wine. Dare I say, man, kind of gave off those some VSOJ vibes
Oh shit.
with regards to like what do you call it? The black walnut. Just
Okay.
like nice barrel aged barley wine with like these hints of like this cool black walnut thing going. Yeah, but they were doing special tappings, coffee flannel pajamas. They did an almond joy version of barrel aged imperial pajamas. Hazelnut coffee tough guy.
Oh, okay.
Like this kind of stuff.
Nice.
So yeah, that was a good hang. Oh man, I ran into Carl and Mary Lee, the good folks at Twisted Hippo.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so they were just hanging out there with the wee baby. I don't know if I forget the baby's name, but
Yeah,
this ain't a baby podcast, so. Hey, but cheers to them. They were just chilling in the corner. And I caught up with Carl. He's like, yeah, they're opening Wheeling sooner than later, so we should probably go up there.
Oh, to Wheeling?
Yeah, he said he'll send a smoke signal, and we should head up there.
Okay.
But we were talking a little bit, man, and he was saying how, he's still just kind of overwhelmed by all the support, He's like, dude, we kind of built that space and hoped that it would be just like a center for community. And we didn't know if it would be or not because we were working every day. But then when the place burned down and everybody showed up and helped, he was like, well, shit, maybe we did. Maybe we did what we set out to do.
What we wanted to do.
We did what we wanted to do. I was like, man, that's really dope. And he got chills, and I kind of still get excited thinking about everybody.
I'm sure that makes them want to kind of rebuild it or open a spot in the neighborhood again.
Right. So I think that's going to be their ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Right. So they're all settled in at Brewyards. But then come to find out, he was saying he was actually a part of the original Brewyards lineup. And the only reason they didn't do it initially was because at the time, Brewyards had this thing about, well, if you're building your own space, then maybe it's not good for you to have a space here.
Oh, okay.
Right. They saw it as a conflict initially. And obviously, that has changed.
Yeah.
Right. Because now I think anybody can just do their own thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But that was a surprise. I actually didn't know that part of the Hippo story.
No.
So when they joined officially Brewyards this time, that was a conversation like, hey, just so you know,
We're gonna build again.
exactly. So let's be clear about that before we move forward, and they move forward.
Oh, nice.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, but cheers to them, man. I tell you, man, they're as real as it gets, man. They're hanging in the corner at Oktoberfest anniversary.
Nice.
Just kind of chilling. So
So good time at Beguile.
That was fun. I got the Oktoberfest from Dovetail, and I got the. Well, I'm a sucker for the Creek, so I got the Oktoberfest and the Creek.
Yeah.
At Dovetail, and then I got the Batch 1000 at Beguile,
Okay.
and that was it, man. I got the hell out of there.
Nice.
It's cold, man. I love it cold.
Yeah, sure.
Live music though. They had a rock. They had a yacht rock cover band
Oh, that's fun.
called the Yacht Rockettes.
Was it a female?
Yeah, it was 2 females.
Okay.
2 females, and the rest of the band was dudes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a good hang. And I was thinking this is the last time we'll be drinking in the street, probably for the rest of the year. You know.
Yeah, unless you are, waiting to get into FOBAB, then you might be drinking in the street.
Oh man, I can't have a big gulp when Brad's talking. It makes me laugh.
That was cool. And then last night I went over to Old Irving,
Right on.
the original spot,
The
not the new spot yet.
they might be winning USA Today's 50 best top 50 breweries. And they're in that competition.
Oh, they are.
Yeah, they're one of the options you can vote for.
Okay.
Best pub in the U.S.
Hopefully not for their salsa.
Oh man, Brad's not in. He's not in on the Old Irving Seltzer.
So I went over there, met up with some friends. Of course, they were out of their Oktoberfest. So I couldn't even get that. So went with the award-winning Della,
Right on.
and then they had another like
Kolsch.
fruited hazy on. I got that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna try this seltzer that they have. This is not a seltzer.
No?
This is false advertising.
Fake news.
It looked like a hazy beer. It looked like orange juice. It tasted like grapefruit juice mixed with Pedialyte. I took one sip and said no.
No.
And then I ordered a Della. And so I turned that back in. I don't know if they charged us for it.
Maybe you got the bottom of the keg or something. That's the general excuse for things that we don't like.
Seltzer should not have any color in it. It should be clear or a tint of color. Right?
Yeah, like it's like the RTJ seltzer.
Right.
It's a kind of a light pink hue.
Right. Or I think that apple crisp, it had like a reddish hue. It should
Yeah.
be like a food coloring
Yeah.
hue to it.
Not this.
It should not look like juice.
I mean, well, you're the local
I guess
seltzer enthusiast.
Are
here.
there are those
Uh,
milkshake seltzers or the
Schmooze?
the smoothie seltzers?
Yeah, there is a milkshake seltzer is it a variant or a sub category in seltzer?
This did not say that on it. It just said seltzer with orange, grapefruit, lemon, lime.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be like a citrusy seltzer.
You're like, bring it on, let's do
Yeah.
it, and then you get it, and
It's juice. And no.
shit is real out here, Brad.
When you get a seltzer, you kind of want something that feels lighter, right? You're getting a seltzer because you're like, okay, I'm kind of done with beer. I just kind of want to cleanse my palate. I've had IPA
Yep.
or just whatever. And then to get a glass of juice, no. Take it off the menu. You're tricking. It's in cans too.
The people have responded to this tomfoolery. You felt bamboozled. You felt led astray.
Yeah.
Run amok.
All of those words. Yeah. So that was a little disappointing from the Old Irving because
Okay.
typically, I enjoy most of what they're doing.
Well, you can't win them all,
Yeah.
right? I think that was my issue with the Oktoberfest, or the Fest beer from Pilot Project, and
Right. And
like
Funky
I
Town.
love Funky Town, but I don't think you can win every single time.
Yeah.
So, and that's fine. It's gonna go up and down.
Yeah. But Old Irving, let some other people take care of the seltzer thing.
Yeah.
So that was felt like a busy week for myself. I would have went over to Alarmist had they had an Oktoberfest, but I don't think they did. So.
No, they were too busy winning another medal for their corn lager.
Right. Should we talk about these awards, these winners?
Midwest Royalty, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. GABF, the country's oldest and largest beer festival, was last weekend. And Illinois won a few awards here.
Right. Did better this year than we did last year. Last year was like a little sad. Remember
Yeah.
it was like 2?
Man, did you know that there was a brewery in Las Vegas, Nevada, called Chicago Brewing Company.
I feel like I've heard that
Yeah,
before.
they
'Cause
took
that's why I remember when Ale Syndicate was going to be called New Chicago Brewing.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about. Yeah, that's so weird to me. Yeah, man. Shout out to. We just talked about.
Alarmist
Yeah,
for their lager.
Midwest Royalty.
It won bronze again, right?
It did take a bronze.
So that's 2 bronze.
for that beer.
That's pretty good. That's basically gold.
And you add 2 bronze up, it definitely adds up to gold. So good job by them. Man, Alarmist, man. How about that? So they won what was probably the biggest category of the year.
The first time ever.
Yeah, with
for
La Juice.
La Juice.
Yeah.
That beer's won a couple times, and then Pantsless has won a couple times, or won at least once.
They are sneaky good, these boys at Alarmist. Man, yeah, Chicago Brewing Company, Las Vegas, Nevada took a gold in chili beer category.
Okay.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get that out the way. The silver in the chili beer category was Distill Brewery down in Normal.
Nice.
Dos Vadonia Mexican chocolate. This is a very weird category for me because it's called chili beer.
I think it's a spicy beer.
Oh, yeah, spicy beer.
Not like chili, like with beans and stuff.
Category number 6 is chili beer. 88 entries. All right. So cheers to Dos Vadonia. Who else won, man? Oh, we got to talk about Double Clutch.
No, this is 2 big wins for them.
Yeah. They took a silver for Rausch beer.
Yeah.
And it was just called Hell's Rausch beer from Double Clutch.
Yeah. I don't think I've had that, but their Kolsch, their Pilsner, great.
Yeah, man.
And then they won smallest new brewery, right?
Yeah, because they took 2 silvers this year.
Oh.
The next one was for Hell's Lager. They took a silver for that.
Okay.
Yeah. So On Tour was in a similar scenario where
So that's how you win that? You have to win at least 2 awards? Or?
Right.
Okay.
And if I remember this right, I think On Tour won like a gold and a bronze, or maybe a silver and a bronze. But the story out of JBF was if they won 2 golds, they'd have been Brewery of the Year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So winning more than once. So yeah, they won for basically best small brewery.
Yeah.
Was in their first year.
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's
that beer is really good.
Yeah. That's a fun spot. If you need to escape occupied Chicago, definitely go to Evanston.
Yeah, and the food's good too.
Yeah, it's a cool spot because it's run by a restaurant group. They partner with a restaurant group.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Because someone was telling me you can also get their beer downtown at the little like Park Grill that's across from Millennia from the Bean.
Okay.
Because that restaurant group has their stuff. So
Yeah.
They have their Double Clutch food. They have their beers there.
Yeah. The Dock at Montrose, the restaurant group, is serving food there as well.
Okay.
Yeah. We talked about Pollyanna. The Full Monty took a bronze.
Which I think it won before. I think that beer won before.
Yeah, that's a golden ale. That's one of the first craft beers to make it to Sox Park. Is the Full Monty. Before everybody else showed up, Full Monty was always there.
Okay.
Yeah. Category number 61, juicy or hazy pale. 132 entries. The bronze goes to Ravinia Brewing Company, Chicago, Illinois.
For steep, right?
No, for Diversity Station.
Diversity Station.
Steve Ravines, the IPA.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome for them.
Yeah. Cheers to them, man.
That's a great beer.
It's a fantastic can and small beer, big flavor. Always a fan of that beer. Yeah. Ever since we did the launch and at the Logan Square location. Yeah. And we can't forget about Maplewood, who took a gold for Fat Bug Oatmeal Stout.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Is that it?
Oh, we're missing one. Elmhurst Brewing.
That's right.
Yeah, they took a bronze for Amberana.
Our black IPA?
Amberana. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We didn't do it with Elmhurst. No. It was...
We did a black IPA with Emmett's.
Emmett's, yeah, that's right.
They didn't even put our fucking name on the beer. What the fuck? I'm like, is this a temporary thing? I'm like, it just says black IPA. I'm like, I'll have the black IPA. And I just got so mad.
But yeah, Elmhurst, which is in the 4 brewery stop of over there. If you were to do more, soon to be phase 3, the VFW brewery.
Oh yeah, Lunar.
And then Elmhurst.
Yeah, and Standard Meadery's over there too.
Right.
Yeah. And then we talked about I don't know if we talked about on tour, but Lightning Will is took a silver for Pilsner.
Okay.
Yeah. So, man, Illinois breweries, man, showed up.
Yeah, that's a really good. I think I saw someone on Twitter or someone mentioned like that although, Chicago or one area isn't cleaning up like in the past, like San Diego would win all these awards and stuff. It's almost showing how good the beer is getting across the whole country that, Chicago or Illinois can win for a chili beer or Helles, and then, some other state might win for the barrel-aged stout category.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty cool.
How great all beer is becoming across the entire United States. Like, that's really a good sign.
Yeah. So.
Nice. That's cool. And then the only other bit of news was that it was confirmed, even though we confirmed it.
We broke the news, Brad. I'm sick of breaking news first, and then everyone else
Josh
comes.
Knoll getting the credit because he puts it behind the paywall.
I can't even. I tried to break the paywall because there's a website called 12-foot Wall, and it's supposed to break all paywalls, and they need to update their algorithm because I couldn't break the
I
paywall.
usually just open them in Brave.
Brave?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just Brave, like you can turn on to block all the scripts.
Here we are telling people how to get past paywalls.
Yeah.
I mean, how else are you going to read the fucking story?
Right.
Yeah. So I still haven't read it. I tried, though.
So about Old Irving opening up in the old Finch space, which we said, a couple episodes ago. Mm-hmm. And they mentioned in the story that it's either next year or the year after they plan to open up a tap room because that's where all the money is.
I mean, come on. You cut the fucking distro out.
Yeah.
Straight to the custody. Break new styles. That however, probably cost you $0.25 to fill that glass, and you can charge the same price that the beer temple would charge for it.
Exactly, yeah.
That's rock and
But
roll.
the best line in the story was, I think I tweeted this out, was that the Finch owner said, because of changing market conditions in beer, we are going to just be brewing our beers.
Well, that's a goddamn shame, isn't it?
Yeah. I guess everyone's, just contract brewing their beer now because it's the market. No, Finch. Just take the L and go home. Like, just take the L and go home.
It's the brewery that never dies. Finch is going to buy peace.
So they're
by the end of the year.
They're apparently, according to this person who said this, they're going to keep brewing beer, but as someone else is going to brew their beer.
They kind of are. Since they moved into across from Goose in that warehouse, they've kind of been the de facto Taco Cat brewing company. That's the only beer they make, and that's the only beer I ever get. And then I really don't ever see their beer, and if I do see it, it's that one. Right. And they had some legacy beers. They had the Secret Stash, which was like it's like a kind of precursor to a pastry stout. They had an IPA, but the only beer I ever see from them in the last 5 years was Taco Cat.
I just can't imagine that they have. Why keep brewing these beers if you constantly have downsized now to the point where it's like you don't even have a place, you're just a ghost kitchen of a brewery. So why would anyone want your stuff at this point?
It's fair questions.
You're basically equivalent to the Trader Joe's beer, like the Simple Times or Simpler Times. You're just there to be there. I can't. You're just an option, I guess.
The biggest thing they had going for them was that they had the space.
Yeah.
And then they could be a subcon. They could contract for other people.
Yeah.
I guess that wasn't working out, so they got out of it.
Because I'm much more likely to drink beer from a place that I have been to than a place I haven't been to. Sometimes I'll pick stuff up, but knowing I have the option to go there if I like it, that's a big choice.
Yeah, I think and we were saying this about their what is it? The Perch Toberfest. The featured a a tap takeover from Chicago Brewing District Breweries.
Okay.
Right. It had no Finch mention. It had no Finch artwork on their advertisements. And the only way Finch makes sense as a brewery, to your point, is if they had 5 beers on tap all the time at the Perch, and they don't. It sounds like the Perch would rather deal with Great Central or the Brewing District rather than just Finch exclusively. It sounds like.
Yeah.
So, might be a wrap for Finch after the most bizarre ride in beer history.
Someone's still gonna be making beer for them. They somehow still have money to be able to like, keep making this stuff.
We shall see. Yeah, I think it's a wrap.
Can't you? You could get them at Sox Park, right?
You can.
Didn't I remember seeing it there?
I'd get Taco Cat if I could see it.
Maybe I didn't see it there.
Yeah. I just don't. But then there's so much stuff there.
Yeah.
And then Sox Park's this thing where it's like, well, not every beer's in the craft cave. Some beers are on 500. Some foods are on 500. And it, everything's kind of station centric. So yeah, if I saw it, I might have got a Taco Cat.
Yeah. Okay. All right, but I think that's gonna do it for this episode. We had some Penrose, some Riverlands. We got some Pollyanna. We'll do another video.
Yeah, man. Cheers to Solemn Oath and Hot Butcher, or
right.
heavy Hidden Hand and Hot Butcher.
Okay.
If you go to Still Life in Logan, get yourself a 4-pack of that Butchered by Vikings.
Okay.
Pretty good stuff. Yeah.
It's a great name.
Man, I love it. I love the name, and then the beer's pretty good too. And it's not a hazy. All you see is hazies from Hot Butcher. So they took the hazy off and partied with Solemn Oath, Hidden Hands. It's good stuff.
That's awesome. And then on the next episode, we're going to be talking probably Goose Island, Bourbon County.
Dude, that's coming up. That's next week?
Yeah.
Bourbon County 2022 preview. I'm here for this 2-year Old Fist barley wine myself.
We won't be doing our thing we've done for, 4 years now, where we got to open the beers.
To be honest, I would prefer that.
Yeah.
That, I think, is better than showing up.
So.
Because we won't have any bottles to take home. We can't drink them.
No, they might give them to us.
Okay.
They want the pictures out there, right? They want the press of it all.
Yeah. That would make sense if they did.
Yeah.
We'll see. I think it'd be fun either way, and we get to see everybody that we never see.
Yeah.
So.
Either way, the next episode will probably be recapping all of that.
Right on.
I'll do it. Take care.
Cheers.